So we are live.
Oh.
And hello to Albert, Rachel, Jude +1, Spring Trap, and that's it for the moment. But it's good to know that you're feeling a bit better. Unfortunately, as you said, the other half, better half as we refer to them.
Yeah, she's skipping work today. She's like the first time in like a decade, so she's really, really unwell.
Oh. Well, did you try what I told you? Trying the Vicks under the armpits?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't try that in the end. I didn't actually get any Vicks. Believe it or not, I used to be able to get it really easy, like during the 80s and 90s, but it's actually quite a hard product to sort of get around here now. But I did try weird concoction, scotch and tea, and I just sweated like a mofo. But yeah, it's harsh, but you know, do what you do.
I couldn't tolerate it. And your cat returned.
Yeah, he's downstairs at the moment. We've got this one here. Where are you? There you are.
How cute. See, that's what I meant when I said they lie to you sometimes, and
oh yeah,
they'll play mind games.
Yeah, God, yeah, he's dead meat. I mean, it's quite clear as well with wording, and I don't know many radio stations that would broadcast it. It's not impossible to be broadcasted, like swear words, obviously, but
when you're asking specific questions.
Yeah. This is your cat. Your cat is dead meat, I think. Words.
Wow. Well, that's pretty specific, isn't it? So there we go. And I'm going to give a shout out before we begin to my people.
Patreon.
My Patreons. There's Sharra Artz, Janise, Ellen, Terbutt, Rachel, Jude +1, Whispers from Heaven, Kimmie Blackshaw, and Surfer Rosa. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the live stream, which has been absolutely slack for the past few weeks. I've actually been so busy or sick. It's one or the other.
All of us
busy or sick.
Really other upload schedules and stuff all over the place. I haven't done really bugger all, to be honest with you. You know, I was meant to put effort into the Patreon. Do you find it quite hard to navigate and put stuff up there? I'm finding it quite tricky.
No, it's time management with me. It's just finding the time. There's so much that I would like to do, and I just find that by the time I finally finish doing the readings and I get a moment to myself, it's like, you know, when you come to that stop when you've been busy and all of a sudden your body just goes into complete exhaustion mode, and it's like, oh, you know, this is, you just don't feel up to doing anything. And even like lately, with visitations, I had a really strange visitation a few nights ago, and I sent a message to my aunt. I'll tell you what I wrote. Where is it? This was hang on, I've got to find it. God, where is it? Oh, yes, well, it was to do with a uncle who I had not seen since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, and thought I recognized him, but it wasn't like a familiar, you know, like a face I see all the time. And as I said, the last time I saw him, I was a child, and he's been passed over for some time. And when he visited me, I said, "Who are you? You look familiar." And he said, "I'm Uncle Bill." Hang on, where is it? God, I can't find it. Sugar. I think everyone's got an Uncle Bill. Hang on a second. Bloody hell. This is crazy. It's like it's messages disappearing. This is weird. Where'd it go? Oh, I know. Bear with me. Bear with me. Because I sent it to both of my aunts. Okay. Just had a strange visitation from Reen's husband, Bill. I said, I think I know you. He smiled and said, I'm Uncle Bill. I repeated what he said. I said, Uncle Bill. And he said, Bill Jackson, Reen's husband. I went, wow.
Okay.
Then I wrote, I think I was a little kid when he passed away. And I said to him, what brings you here? And he just smiled and said, I'm on my way to take someone home. I didn't even register what those words were, you know, like it was like, because I hear them a lot. Anyway, she sent me a message today. And she said, sorry for not getting back to you sooner. How uncanny, because as your message came, I was thinking about Roddy, and Roddy is his son, their only son. She said he has cancer, and I was wondering how he was. I hope it's not an omen. And so really.
So you don't know if
really weird.
Roddy's passed on then, or terminal, or anything, do you, or not?
Well, apparently it is, from what my other aunt wrote, you know, that he's had it, you know, it's now at its worst stages. I mean, this is a guy who has everything. He owns a computer business. He's got like all these franchises and, you know, he's built up pretty much his own
empire,
merit, everything. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it all going. And nothing like Silicon Valley type of stuff, but still he did it from scratch. He did it for himself. So I know it's a really awful thing to have, but apparently every single person has cancer in them. It just needs something to trigger it, from what I have heard.
It's, the cough, I think it's where you it's cells repair. So if I scratch my nose right now, I rub off hundreds of cells, and then the cells repair. And basically what cancer is it's meant to stop, but it doesn't stop. It keeps going. So they keep building, and then it turns into tumors. And it's where the tumors are is where the danger. So if it's on, I know, organs and things like that, obviously, or places where you can't. So we treat it with, you know, with radiation or, you know, chemotherapy, things like that, which is literally poisoning yourself to kill the cells. And the idea is you kill past the original cells, and hopefully the body stops producing the cells. It's a genetic fuck up. It's not really a disease as such. It's so yeah, it's a weird one, cancer. And you can get cancer just by falling over and, I don't know, scraping your knuckles or something. You know, you don't have to have like be a smoker necessarily. Or obviously that doesn't help your situation, but yeah, it's all within us.
He wasn't a smoker, and
no, that's like, I mean, just like my mum. No smoke, no alcohol, vegetarian for how many years, really healthy, and then she's got all these ailments. She's had like stroke 3 times. She's got cancer. She's had this. She's had that. And she's still alive, obviously. You know, she's in her 70s, but she's had so many ailments as someone who has never done anything wrong. If that makes sense, you know, really bizarre. You know,
I know it's horrible. So it was so weird. I mean, after seeing Uncle Bill, who I was taken back. I thought, of all the people to see, it's him and not Auntie Reen. I mean, I thought I'd see Auntie Reen. I haven't seen her at all. And even when I had the visitation from my grandmother, I said, have you seen, have you caught up with Auntie Reen? She said, it's a big world. You know, and I went, okay. So the other side is
I'm going to put my hood up because I haven't had a chance. I'm going to put my hood up because I haven't had a chance to freshen up and I was shaving and all the rest of it. And if anyone thinks I'm smoking an infinite cigarette, it's a vape cigarette. Okay, it looks like a cigarette. It lights up the end, so don't think my cigarette is magically going on forever. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Everyone got that? So so I thought it would have been him. I thought it would have been Auntie Reen, but to see him was a, you know. But that's how it is. Now, the topic of tonight, as everyone can see, is not everything is paranormal. And I have been wanting to do this show for God knows how long.
I think we spoke about ages ago.
Months.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen. Now, there's so many people that I come across, and I see so many that are putting up things, and I don't say anything, but even with some of the visitations that I've put up, you know, where I have actually seen physically with my own eyes, I have taken the photo, I know what was there, I know what I captured. It's not like I, you know, saw a smudge or something on something and then just took a photo. It was an actual presence. And then I've got people, you know, revising the captures that I've taken, saying, oh, there's all these little demons in there. And I'm like, please don't, you know, like if there were going to be other demons or something like that, then I would probably state that there was more than one in that particular, you know, but when you've got one spirit, you haven't got half a dozen inside of it. And so many people, I feel, getting the wrong information. And this is where you've got to be really careful.
Yeah, look, you're going to play at people's beliefs now, and scientific facts, and you know all the rest of it. This is a really, really tricky subject, actually. Really, you know, and it's not about faking something either. It's not down that road.
No, you know, look, there are some things that are undeniably things you cannot explain, and then you've got things that can be explained, but it's also paranormal. And it can be looked at two different ways. You could actually see, like, a person who isn't present at the time could say they see something else from what you have captured. And that's fair enough. I mean, yes, there is going to be a lot of people instantly, they're going to, yeah, I see this and I see that. I've had cases where I've joined some pages on Facebook and I see so many posts, and I feel like I can sense their heartache, their desire to want to see something in that photo so badly that it's like a craving.
How many people go into this because they've lost a loved one? You know, they're complete atheists, all the rest of it. They lose a loved one. Are like, well, I'd like to talk to them again. There must be a way. Other people have had all these things, and because I mean, I'm probably one of the very few that didn't get into this because I've lost someone. I married into it in a weird way. So
exactly, and that's where, you know, like, it's sad. But then you've got other people, and they're saying, oh my God, I took this photo of my car at 3 a.m. in the morning and looks like somebody's sitting in it. I didn't see anyone when I took the photo until I went to upload it. And a lot of it, you know, I mean, it can be pareidolia. You know, we only have their word for the fact that when they, you know, like, you question, okay, why would you take a photo of a car at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning in the dark?
Yeah, there are some car nuts out there that do weird things, like aesthetic beauty of the car and that. But I know what you're saying. It's a bit like,
if it's like
a bit weird.
Artistic photography, I can understand that, because like you use the lights, you know, to bounce off it and make the shine and show the shape of the vehicle.
I'm just gonna get up randomly and just don't know, take a picture of my car, you know, as you do at 3 in the morning when I'm gonna be asleep.
But you've got either an ulterior motive. Either it is that you are feeling something with it.
I think I know which person you're referencing here, as I won't say any names, but they don't do YouTube anymore. Or they do, but they do a completely different topic now.
I don't know. I don't think he is on YouTube, to be honest. And I don't think he was like a person who is into the paranormal, to be completely, to me was a I mean, first of all, they're putting the impression out like, oh my God, I'm too scared to get in the car now. Is there something there? I actually looked at it, and then I saw the other angles of the vehicle, and it looked like a shopping bag in the back.
Okay.
And I said, was there a shopping bag in the back? And he said, oh, yeah, but that's, you know, clothing or whatever. And I said, I think you might be seeing a shape out of the bag, and it's bouncing the flash. I said, naturally, if you took the photo and you didn't use flash and there was something illuminated, I would then say, yep, that's very possible it's spirit, because spirit is self-illuminated. And that's why I say to a lot of people, you don't need to have a flash. If you use light.
I keep saying that $1 million picture I got, that was taken with no flash on the most crappiest. Well, it wasn't crap at the time, but it is a first generation smartphone, you know. But there's no flash on that, you know. Yeah. So, and that was like,
but if you have to use a flash, if you've got to use a flash even to capture an orb, forget it. It is not a spirit orb. A real spirit orb does not need a flash. It does not need, I mean, with dust, as that, you know, what I picked up on your video, with dust, you see it come into the screen, or into the view, and it is illuminated from one side right to the next. But then a spirit orb manifests out of the blue, and it cannot hold a manifestation very long, usually. Now, when they do, it's using a lot of energy, or they are very, very small in size, pin size almost. I mean, look at my dad's bloody one. I mean, I was gobsmacked. I mean, why was it blue? I was amazed at this light, you know, this light. It was moving. It had form. It seemed to like gel, you know, in and out type of thing. It had all this. When I zoomed in on that,
science says that energy doesn't, you know, disappear. It just changes form, isn't it? You know, like the car brakes, for instance. You're in kinetic energy, you hit the brakes, that energy then turns to heat. You know, brakes, discs, pads. But I don't understand where heat goes once it cools down. But they say it just changes. So it'd be the same thing with a spirit. If you know, some sort of live intelligence, it has energy. It's got to get that energy from somewhere. Well, how long can it last?
The environment that it's in, and that's why a lot of people say, okay, if you have a red orb, it's a bad spirit.
Yeah,
you know, and like Chris said, they are not they're not mood stones. Spirits, you know, it's like a person, you know, you might be angry and you might turn red in the face because you're yelling, but you're not going to turn all these different colors.
Chameleon.
You know, that's like saying a person with dark skin is negative. You know, it is not anything to do with the color of the orb or anything like that.
And your blood pressure makes your cheeks go red when you're stressed out or whatever, you know.
Exactly. So hello to Liz Hall, Steve-O, Irish Steve-O, Albert, and we've got a few more that are joining our chat.
Steve, you got a real lemming problem there going on in your house. A real, you know, weird rabid rabbit problem. You need to call the I don't know, the pest control or something. I mean, it's taking over your channel, man. It's not good. You got some bad bones going on your channel there, Steve. Oh dear. I don't know if you've been watching the channel lately. Yeah. I
haven't been on hardly anybody's channel. I've been really slack. So sorry.
Weird. He's got this weird, I don't know, it's like a lemming thing which is taking over his channel and causing havoc. It's quite amusing. A bit like an thing going on.
Okay. I'll have to try and have a bo peep at some stage. So just remember that not everything is paranormal. There will be things that you can, I mean, how can I put it? If you are wanting to ask people is this paranormal? What do you feel from this? And there's people saying, I really don't feel anything. And, oh, look, it is a plastic bag, but, you know, I know something's in the back. And then they're saying, I'm too scared to get in the car. Right. Things like that. And I felt I was reassuring him that, you know, I really think that from the different angle and looking at it as being a plastic bag, that this thing is not going to hurt you unless you pull the plastic bag over your head.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have it. He was like, he was becoming abusive with me. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a spirit. I know it's a spirit. And I thought, well, why did you ask people what they thought it was?
No.
I just don't get it.
A lot of people do.
It's like
they don't want to lose that legitimacy, do they? You know, that's what it is. You know, they feel like they don't want to. They feel a bit of a fool or a bit silly for believing that, and so you know. Of course, just like that Huff video that I've got up, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, well, a lot of Huff. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I've only got 1,000 subs, so that means I don't know what I'm talking about. Blah blah blah. You know. That kind of way.
Yeah. Now, just so that I can sort this matter out. I can't do anything about my mic.
Oh yeah, you've got a bit of wishy-washy. It's audible.
It's like no matter what, it's just a crackly mic. I have purchased $500 mics. I've purchased $200 mics. I've purchased mics with, you know, Focusrite, which is supposed to even out the sound. I have used the camera mic. I have used every single mic you can think of. I'm not investing in any more mics. That's it. Right. I have used GoPro mics. I've used everything. It is this room. It really is this room. It's the active room. There are spirits here. There's energy here. And
you're clear now. You're completely clear now. God, this vaping stuff's horrible.
So don't tell me about my mics in future being crackly. I don't want to hear about it. I really don't. Well, I can't do anything.
Unless it's really inaudible and no one can hear you. At the moment it's audible. Even though it's crackly, you can understand what you're saying. But if it gets to a point when you really can't hear you, then maybe it's a good idea to say something.
Because it gets annoying. I mean, no offense, but it really does. And I get it every single time I come on. It gets to the point where I don't even want to do a live stream. You know, I've just got people saying, your mic's crackly. Your mic's, you know, broken up. And what can I do?
Yeah.
If you can fix it for me, then... But I'm just getting annoyed. I really
as long as it's not inaudible.
I can't do anything about it. So we just have to deal with it. Sorry. I'm going to have to deal with it. Let me see if I can change the volume down or turn it. Then you might say I can't hear it.
It's dead clear at the moment. Like, you wouldn't know. There's just a bit crackly. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine.
All right. We'll try it. See how we go. Yes, so... And Albert says, so what about orbs you see faces in? Well, obviously, if there are faces in them that are undeniable, then, of course, you know...
Well, just like the moon. Look at the moon, the man in the moon. Those places where you get a man in the moon type face, you know, that you're putting together, you know.
If it's something that is like... oh yeah, that could be an eye and that could be a nose, and you know, then maybe not. I mean, look, just know that not everything is paranormal. If you hear a bump in the night, it doesn't mean that it's actually paranormal. It could be the house settling.
This is what I get. Said, why haven't you, you know, picked up a lot of activity in your new house? And I've sort of said, well, because there isn't any to note really. Only two things have happened. One could be explained away by kids. The other one not. That was a genuine activity, but I didn't catch it on camera. Surprise, surprise, because you don't know what's going to happen. But nothing's happened here. nothing. So I can't, you know. And some people go, well, is your, you know, I'm getting emails like, well, is your YouTube channel now defunct? Then now you can't get anything whatsoever. So probably, but you know, I'm not going to fake it and make it up. I can't post you something. It's not what. Carry on doing sessions and see what
Exactly.
happens, you
And
know.
you're not going to put a
But
ball on the stairs with a piece of string on it.
no. There's just
Just
nothing to
make it
report.
look
So there's no
like
point in me telling you something has happened when it hasn't happened. There's nothing, you know, only in this house if I had two events. One could be explained away by kids possibly at 1 a.m. banging my door. I don't know for that. And the other one was a genuine activity where the door rattled right next to me in Justin's room when no one was in the room. That's quite mad. And I haven't actually uploaded this session because of my slow internet, but we got the spirit box and we're like, wow, amazing. Off we went and we got a really bad session. Nothing. It was like, great, okay, you know, you give us that and then you're going to give us nothing. Cheers, you know what I mean? But just the way it goes. And I didn't upload it in the end because I just sounded so desperate. I was like, please do something because you just did this about 30 seconds before hitting record. It was obvious you knew what we were going to do. Whatever you are, just do something. And yeah, no, I got my name said a few times in the kitchen, but that wasn't the area where the stuff happened. Ironically, you know, it was in the hallway there just around the corner. But you know, and I haven't uploaded it yet. I don't know if I am going to upload because I just come off so desperate and like, please do something because you just did something just before the camera and it's just terrible. But there's nothing to report. If there's nothing to report, I'm not going to make things up and go, oh yeah, well, you
That's
know,
how it is.
freak happened last night.
Even with mine, I mean, there are times, usually I find a lot of activity is when I'm doing readings because of the fact that before every reading, I am welcoming, you know, spirits that are present for this person or that person, whatever, anyone at this particular time who is having a reading. If there's someone here for them, step forward, tell me what you need to tell me to pass on, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But outside of that, there are times where it's mainly my resident spirits. I mean, with resident spirits, they're there pretty much all the time. They're residents. And it doesn't mean they're going to constantly annoy you. There are times where there's been a few nights there, lovely sleep.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I'm able to have sleep without being annoyed.
I did a live stream on Not Very Well last time. I know you commented on it, but we've had that dinosaur on for days and days on end, and not a peep out of that damn dinosaur, you know. And only on that live stream did it start coming up again and coming through. We tried EVPs, we got nothing out of the EVPs, but you know, I mean, people watched the live stream. I wasn't very well in a hoodie again. But you know, for weeks on end, we had that dinosaur on, just left on, just leave it, see what happens over time. Nothing happened. Whether they follow, whether they don't, I have no control over that situation. So, but the person that emailed me, I'm not going to give their name or anything because they might embarrass them, but they said like, "Is your channel done for now?" Then maybe I don't know, but I can't. I'm not going to go and make things up just to enjoy yourself.
Draw to a conclusion that that's it, because they make their decision when they want to be. Like, look at the times before.
Admittedly, I haven't really done sessions where the family's been unwell. I haven't really called out for them, admittedly, you know, other than the live stream. Yes, we got the dinosaur going off eventually, and it started to play ball and, you know, do it on command, so to say, you know. Let me know when you're done with your EVP, and then it would go off, right, thank you. And you know, they obviously attempted to use EVP, but we didn't get anywhere with it, you know. But yeah, I've forgotten my train of thought was now. But yeah, I obviously don't draw a conclusion and never say never and all that. But the point I guess I'm trying to make, you know, I can't. I'm not going to go make things up for everybody's entertainment. You know, I guess, you know, it's utterly defeating the object.
Like with me, I'll only upload things when I'm either given permission to take their video or photos. God, my hair keeps just going in my face all the time. I keep, you know, like, I will only upload when they give me permission, and mainly the permission that I'm getting is either from Chris, my dad, you know, and with people who are coming to see me lately, there are some where I've asked them, you know, can I take your photo? And they say no. So I can't take their photo, or they don't want me to, or they won't manifest. I'll just hear them. And there's no point in putting something up that you can only just hear. You know, people do want to see a visual, but I'm not going to use them for people's entertainment. And it's
circus fan.
just,
Can you jump through this hoop for me? Jump through that hoop for me. Oh, brilliant! I'll jump through this hoop for me. Yeah,
and
you know.
that's why I've even got to the point with my clients. I have now said to them, look, if someone's coming through and they want to tell me who they are for you, then they will tell me. But I'm not going to force them to tell me. I'm not going to say, you've got to tell me who you are for this person. If they want to volunteer that information, they will. Otherwise, they're going to tell me something that only that person will know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It'd be bogus information as well. I mean, look at the crap I got over the cat eat, you know.
Mm-hmm. So this is where it's really important to, I mean, if you've got, let me put it this way, if you've got a channel that every single day or every single week is uploading and putting a preempt live stream saying spirit captured on video, and that live stream hasn't even started, you know, something's going to be either prearranged or it's clickbait. Because I can't say that Chris is going to, you know, do leaps around me. Or
the biggest frustration for me is, you know, there are so many events, even after the Charlie saga, having my YouTube channel up, I've missed so much where I couldn't catch on camera because I could not predict when or where something is going to happen. They've been quite amazing things. Just the door rattle incident. If you had that on camera next to me and you'd have heard it, you'd be like, "Fucking hell, that was a good one." And the open air speak, being sung Christmas carols on the tail. You know, I just can't predict when and where that will happen. And
but
you know,
don't forget, sometimes if they know that you don't have a camera handy, and they do that,
I swear,
that's deliberate. There is no mistake. Not accidental that, oh damn, I didn't capture it. They didn't want you to capture it.
Yeah,
you know, they're not there to they are not there to be someone's source of
session I haven't uploaded. The desperation for me after that incident to capture something, you know, because paranormal event had just happened, literally 30. So it was me and Mrs. Maggie were going to do one together before the debut session I put up, you know, and this paranormal event happened literally 30 seconds before hitting the record button. And I was just like, for God's sakes, if I just done it 30 seconds earlier, would they have done it? I don't know, you know. But the desperation in trying to chase it after, go asking, please do something. You just did it. Why can't you just do it? You know, please, it come off so bad and cringy and terrible and desperate. I didn't bother in the end. Plus, obviously, the slow upload speed, which I'm having problems with at the moment. You know,
that is frustrating.
Yeah. Oh,
very
I've had to compress the video. That's why my quality has all gone down. I've had to compress everything to get it up there. It's terrible. It's faster now. I'm doing a live stream about cutting out on you, but my last live stream before, this is abominable. You know, I kept cutting out every bloody minute. It was dreadful. It can't work with that. So BT seemed to have sorted it.
I actually saw one of your live streams, and it was beautiful and clear. So, and you were saying, I don't know whether I'm
it says
breaking up.
Bad connection on my thing. Really bad connection. Do you want to continue? Is what it says on my screen. So I'm like, oh shit, is it bad on your end? Yeah, let me know.
It's so stupid. But yeah, it was actually good. What I could watch of it, and it doesn't mean that just because I'm not commenting on everything that I'm not watching it, because sometimes I'll jump in to have a quick look or a listen to things between my clients.
Yeah, there's so many channels that I'm subscribed to, but I understand like, there are a lot of people actually do watch, but I don't actually comment or forget, you know. So don't think I don't come and watch the channel. I do. Sometimes I don't watch the entire video in its entirety, or I skip just to start because it's just so many of you. But I do try and you know, see what I aim to do is get to one channel at least once a month. If that makes sense, and have a look. Especially if I've got one that they proclaim as this is my best capture ever. Come and have a look. Of course, I'll come and have a look at that. You know, definitely. Comment where I can or whatnot, but you know, there's just so many of them, which is great. It's nice. Yeah,
so even if
I know I don't care about thumbs up. I always give a thumb up, always, just because. Even if I can't comment, I just click it anyway. Just be...
Well, it's easy. Just hit the thumbs up and that's it. I mean, like that. I mean, it's nice to comment, but not all the time you can. And some people seem to think I'm just sitting on the internet all the time replying. I mean, when when I do go on and I do reply pretty much straight away, it's because I'm online at the time. I can, you know, can give a reply, but then people want to have a conversation, and I can't do it. I can't do the conversation.
I need people to understand as well for the love comment. You know, you can love a comment. I need people to understand what love comment means on my channel. I don't mean say I love your comment if I haven't put a love comment next to you. It's because I haven't seen it already yet. That's what we're looking at. Like put as like a tick, say I've read it. Even if I haven't replied, I've seen it, I've read it, I've acknowledged it. You know, maybe there's no real thing to, you know, talk back. There's no need to reply because it's like a self-answered question, that kind of thing. But I've seen it. You know, if you got a little love symbol, that means I've read it, I've seen it, and you know, I acknowledge it. Thank you. You know, all good.
True that. So now, has anybody? Good morning, Dem, seeking Earth Mama. Ray Clark, Liz Hall. Who else have we got? Rachel Jude +1.
Yeah.
Albert.
I'm glad she's been a bit better now. She's been a bit shitty lately. I think, but that's good. +1 isn't so bad no more. Being a bit better and a bit with it. Little notes from delivery men. Oh, Paragirl, yeah. Hello, long time.
No, Tara Girl. Sorry, Tara Bell.
Oh, sorry,
Tara Bell. Or Tara Bell.
Okay.
Who else is there? Chris Pierce.
Oh, hello,
and
Chris.
We have, you know what I should do? A Miss Marilyn holding up the, you know, I can see. Don't you remember Miss Marilyn? Oh, you probably, your country is different. Remember Romper Room? Was it Romper Room? Did you have Romper Room?
Well, what era are we talking? 1990s, 80s?
Oh, I don't know. Many moons ago. I was about 10 or 11 or something.
Okay, if I saw the video, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, Dennis Pennis. So,
yes.
He was awkward. He tries embarrassing people with his interviews, but he tried embarrassing Meatloaf, and that really didn't work. And he started singing to him about how he wouldn't steal a girl's underwear, but he won't do that. You know, the song "I'll Do Anything for Love." And Dennis Pennis, he didn't know what to do, and he was meant to be the one embarrassing the celebrity, but instead he came off all embarrassed and didn't know what to do and just ran away while Meatloaf's chasing him, singing to him. But I won't do that. Steal her underwear. You know, very good.
Yeah, Meatloaf. Yeah, that's a flash in the pan, that one. Who else have we got here? Not too bad. My love's fighting this cold and infections. Everybody's sick.
Everybody's dying. Yeah, look, my wife's. I'm just got over it just very about. I did some research actually. What I've got is some weird strain of flu. It's actually from your country. It originates from apparently, and it lasts up to 3 weeks. Up to 3 weeks apparently. Even afterwards, even though you're well, you feel really depressed and not with it, and that's what I've got. Hence my, you know, shitty uploads. Yeah, you got it. Not shaving and doing my hair like you do. Hey.
Did you get the snakes?
Did I get snakes? Oh yeah, yeah. It's snakes. It's like, okay, I said a flu from your country. I didn't say animals from your country are coming over.
Yes.
But it originates from Australia, apparently. That's so the internet says, but what's on the internet's true or not, who knows? But it proclaims that it's a strain of flu that's come from Australia, apparently, and it's knocking at all the USA and UK citizens like for 6. Yeah. No deaths yet, apparently. No deaths.
Of course, why not? Why not blame the Aussies? Yeah. The dreaded Australian flu. And it's amazing. I have not had a flu injection, touch wood, and not had any flu. I had a flu injection a few years ago and had a flu.
Yeah, this is it. My wifey got the flu jab and she was fine. When she first had it, she felt like shit. And I said, "Oh, don't bother about it this year." And she's cussing me now. She goes, "I told you we should have had it, and I'd have been, you'd have been fine." Well, not necessarily. It's that weird Aussie flu that's dodgy. Knows.
Yeah, probably came through the live stream.
Yeah, apparently so. Madge Matt's come down with it. He goes, "Damn it, Riley, your live stream has got me really. I got a fishing tournament and I can't attend it or something." You're saying because he's like proper
Oh,
ill.
well, you know where it's come from.
Mm.
What's it? What are those two guys that you had the live stream with?
Oh, yeah, the naked zombies. Yeah, yeah. Brad and Scott.
That would be
Yeah,
who it's from.
yeah.
See, the women
Oh, yeah.
don't carry the
Yeah.
virus. It's only
hmm
the men.
hmm Yeah, the man flu. Yeah.
Where is this going? Yeah, so
Oh, don't have it.
we have got off track
Oh, yeah.
again and again and again.
It's half the fun.
And so going back to, there are some things that aren't paranormal, and then there are some things that are. I
Definitely.
had to laugh. I didn't have to, but I did. I don't know why I say that. Anyway, there was this knocking going on in the ceiling and everything, and I said to my daughter, "It's probably a rat."
Yeah.
But then after the knocking comes
Oh.
Chris. So seems as though Chris had found himself a new little hobby of the knocking in the ceiling and around the walls. But I honestly thought it was a rat, because I always, as I say to my daughter, think about what might be happening. You know, did you hear anything else? Did you just hear like knocking or running through the walls, that type of thing?
Scary. Yeah, scary.
She said, "Oh, it was, knocking." And I said, "No, it's probably a rat." And then the knocking occurs, and then we get the laughing. So there you go. Sometimes there are rats, they do exist.
Yes, rats do.
Then there are, and then in the home, you've got the creaking floors and the floorboards, stairway and stuff like that. And as the ground settles, especially at nighttime, because ground cools.
With our last house, for damp, there was a lot of debunking going on with creaks and croaks. I mean, Charlie did used to have like a static like click that I used to describe, and I haven't heard it for a long time now. I've called it a couple of times in my videos, not many, and certainly not at the volume that he used to do them at. But a lot of the time, you would hear creaks, and Justin would go, "Oh, that's ghost." Like, no, dude, we're in a damp house, with the heaters on. The damp is gonna creak, moan, groan, you'll know when it's Charlie. Trust me, it's like a distinct difference, and once you've experienced it a few times, you'll get what I mean. And he eventually got it, obviously. As of this house, it's nothing. It's really weird. It's eerie almost. There's no.
I mean, almost every home, doesn't matter whether it's new, old, Gothic, castle, who knows what. There are spirits that will always, at some point, go through into that home, and some of them will make themselves at home, and then sometimes, as soon as they appear, then they go. They can be there 1 minute, gone the next, or they just simply shut up and they don't want to interact. They have moods.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to turn this dinosaur on. We'll just leave it to the side and just see if it ever goes off through the live stream. But carry on.
Okay. And that's another thing that you might recall back in our early days of the live stream. I used to set up the camera and stuff like that, and we'd capture through the Connect the spirit interacting by turning on the light.
That was good.
This was in live. This was like a live stream, having it do that. It wasn't something that I could have created in some program, afterwards. So you could actually see in a live stream. You can't,
on the fly.
Yeah, and there was, what happened? I know that they got very offended.
The switch, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got really offended after that. No.
That's because someone tried debunking it, didn't they? It was Duck of Truth. He didn't play the audio, did he?
That was what was his name?
Duck of Truth.
No, he put it up saying that I mean, this was like legit stuff from our live stream as well, showing them completely distracting by turning on the light. And it took a lot for them to give me that trust, you know, that I was going to respect that. If I was going to use that footage in our videos and stuff like that, you know, showing that in real time when we were asking them, can you touch the light? And they were doing that because they really believed that we were respecting that. And he basically humiliated. He did. He humiliated them. I mean, I was humiliated for them because of the fact here he was saying, oh, this is all
glitches,
you know,
and it glitches from the connects or whatever, but he wasn't playing the audio, and because you were doing it on, you were saying, right, can you press it now, and then they press it or whatever, completely on command. But he wasn't playing the audio, and he was playing sections. And I understand what he's getting at. Yes, the Kinect has got glitches, and it can pick up stick men, of course. But this was a genuine capture done on the fly live stream, and it did everything. Man, just having a stick man, you were getting a stick man to do something, actually touch.
That's right.
A switch.
Actually turning on a light, which you know. I mean, if it was a glitch, it wouldn't be over there. You could see it physically touching the light.
I've got to say this. It wasn't a ghost of Shady Town doing an exorcism on a stick man. Sorry, Nick Groff.
And I really do miss that. I really do, because of the fact that they absolutely loved it, and they would get cheeky at the same time. As you could see, they were doing like putting their bum on it, or their bottom, and then they'd be putting their feet on it, you know, anything to get that light going. And it was so exciting. And then they'd laugh because it was like, I'm doing it. And then to have that,
hands, you know.
And after that, they told me never again. And and that's all it takes, people, is one person to put down what takes so much respect from the other side.
Look all the trouble I had. I did an experiment with one box going up, one box going down, and they played ball really well. You know, I got mortis style answers, so I pushed for more on the next video, and I said, "Can you?" That's new. Playing music this time. I pushed for more. I said, "Can you do this?" And I pushed, and I pushed, and I pushed, and on the end, he said, "I hate this." And I felt really, really guilty of it. For weeks afterwards, I had really mute sessions, and I was getting nothing for a good long while after that. And I apologized. I didn't mean to push. It was just amazing that, you know, I was, you know, having this conversation back and forth, which is quite rare for someone like me as well, who's not, you know, sensitive or a mortis wizard or whatever. You know, I'm just a normal guy, so to say, and it's been a long time since we've had a resident in our house. And you know, and I found this way of putting one up, one down, which seemed to be very successful. So I just pushed a bit more, and you know, but like I said, I hate this. Very, very clearly come out, and I was like, oh shit, I've blown it, you know. And for a good couple of weeks, I didn't get anything.
It takes a lot to earn that respect, and that's why, like, for some time on my channel, there were no videos because they weren't sure. They weren't sure whether, you know, because there were so many people out there that were faking things, and, you know, the attitude of, well, we want something exciting. We want something where it's going to be
whatnot.
Jump scenes, stuff like that. And
it's where my contemporary channels, aren't they? Yeah, they've gone down that route. Trying to get the most craziest thing, like burning chairs and whatever else, and you know, that lot. Anything to be as controversial and hard hitting as possible. You know, may as well take a photo of your arms folded and, you know, looking at the hardest geezers going. You know,
and sunnies.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get our sunnies out. You do realize this?
Gotta be the hardest guys on the block. Hardest. Don't mess with us.
Guys and gals. You know, it's got to be like guys and gals. And this makes your nails hard. So if anyone's interested, just a bit of advertising. We need a commercial break, Riley.
Yep. Several of them. Several of them.
All right. So if you want your nails to grow, this stuff does.
Endorsed by the dinosaur.
Vaseline.
Q
Vaseline.
endorsed
My
by
nails. Look at my nails. Have gone crazy. Just crazy. So yes. So we have had our commercial break. We're fresh. We're back. Welcome to the live stream. The live priestess. And what I was going to talk about.
We're going to see some bins floating.
It's coming very close. The 13th of October, which is a Friday.
Oh, is there any truth?
Yep, I'm going to be live streaming, and I will be taking the Connect. So that should be interesting. I'm going to ask. I'm actually going alone. My daughter doesn't want to come with me. So I'm going to be in this hotel room, which is supposedly haunted, on my own.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an ensuite, so I'm not worried. And I will take the Connect. I might even take the, oh, God, itchy nose. I might take the SLX X Cam, but I don't have it so that it's going to be like live, like Pat does. So I haven't got that kind of setup on there.
We done? We done? Bloody hell. Done? Nearly done?
Oh, it sounds like it's rapping there.
Yeah, well, done. There you go. Hey, moving on.
Yes,
yeah, hotel.
Don't forget, if you haven't yet, if you haven't yet clicked on that get notification, there is the notification bell that you can do on my channel. It is on the first page, basically. And then you can actually see the live stream. So we'll have our live stream first, and then after that I'm going to stream live from the room. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, sounds good.
I hope it'll be one successful night. I mean, it's going to cost me.
Can't guarantee. Yeah, can't guarantee, can't predict, but that's half the fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But when it does happen, if it does happen, it's cool to say, yeah, well, this wasn't predicted, this wasn't set up, this is what it's. This is when it's amazing, you know. It's when it's the best.
Exactly. So I'm going to ask them, you know, that if they do wish to communicate, like I usually do, there's not going to be anything different that I will do with my technique.
I'm not going to bring it out.
Though, I don't think I'll be burning anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm allowed to burn anything in the room.
Oh yeah, fire extinguishers.
Yeah. So there'll be no candles. I wouldn't want to get kicked out.
No, that one's good.
Yeah, so all respect. And yes, so you have to watch and see what happens. And I don't know how long the live streams go if I just leave it going, but this will be good because you can come in at any time.
At least, because I did a forever stream, didn't I, where I was doing a live stream where Natalie went away for a couple of days to see her sister, and I was so bored. I said, I'm just going to do a live stream, see how far I can go. And I was pretty sure it's 8 hours it cuts out, but it went over for like 9, 10. So I did a 10-hour stream in one freaking go. And a few people actually bloody watched it in its entirety, even though it wasn't live. They watched it from start to finish, so they're quite entertained by it. That was, I don't think I'll be doing.
I'm just going to be asking that, you know, that if it wants to appear, it can use this and it can use that. So I'll be taking I think I'll take my suitcase on wheels.
Lots of equipment.
Stack it with, Yeah, stack it with the
As you
stuff.
know, the K2 is utterly pointless, obviously, on a live stream. For anyone else out there who wants to do a live stream, don't bother the K2. You'll just get interference with your live stream. As I privy to find out, I look like a bit of an idiot going, wow, look at this. And then someone sort of showed me, I think it was Wayne, actually, of all people, said, Riley, just to let you know, and I tested the theory, and yes, even if the K2 is quite far back, it will interfere with your live stream if you have a K2 meter. So, and I'd imagine I'll go for REM pods as well. I don't know for sure on that, but so if you ever see, I don't know, any channels doing a live stream of K2s going nuts while they're live streaming, yeah, it's probably not spirit necessarily. Could be, but you know, you've got a big muddy water
And also,
there.
it's constantly searching for a signal, especially mobiles.
Yeah.
That's why with mobiles, you should always turn them off onto airplane mode if you need to have them.
Airplane mode, definitely. When I record all my stuff, I put it in airplane mode. When I record my videos and that, for that very reason. Oh look, we're getting nothing now. That's typical. I'm looking like an idiot now. Your K2 is working fine without any problems there. Oh, okay, whatever. But no, trust me. Hey, a bit close. Anybody there?
Rachel fell asleep for an hour during your live stream.
That doesn't surprise me. As long as
you're a game to say that, Rachel.
That's okay. You've got some good Z's. I have that effect, calming motion effect.
I know, and I'm. You know, the only thing that's worrying me is if I fall asleep, I apparently talk in my sleep, and I snore.
That's happened to Cat Angel. Cat Angel fell asleep on her live stream, didn't she? She fell asleep once and was ridiculed for it harsh. You know, dearie me.
Well, people will be knowing that I'll be sleeping in this hotel, so it's not as though I'm going to be just, you know.
Yeah.
There and screaming.
We have human features like going to the toilet and sleeping, snoring, breathing, and you know, looking like crap every so often. Yeah, being human.
Yes, I will. In those moments where I do go to the bathroom, things will be muted, just in case. I mean, I'm only human.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that was 7 hours. I think I did, Matt. But this one is going to be hopefully something that's worth the while. I'm really looking forward to it because this is a spirit I have not met. Chris said that he would join me so that he will be able to speak with this one and tell him what's happening if there happens to be one there. Because he said, I'll suss out and see if there's a spirit there.
Yeah.
And I said, but they're everywhere. And he said, yeah, but if there's really one there that is murdered. Okay. So this is the protective side of my resident spirit, Chris. He's always, you know, I'll go in ahead of you type of thing. What's he going to do?
Chivalry eyes.
I know. And I said to him, you better open the door for me. Buy me dinner.
Yeah, see out them contactless payment.
Be romantic. You'll see me sitting there with a iced coffee.
Using Visa card contactless payments.
That's my romance. So it should be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to say there will be anything that's going to be captured because I really don't know. I haven't even sussed out this place. I haven't been in there myself ever. This will be like, yeah, it could be just a hype, you know, a myth to get people to go there. You know, what better way for a hotel to make money than to tell everyone that it's haunted? So it will be very interesting. If not, I'm sure Chris will show himself.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried. But yeah, I'm going to take the Connect. So fingers crossed we do get a little interaction. I might take the
Take a lamp. You want to take a lamp so you can get them to touch the
Yeah.
lamp, because that's always because people say
I
the
don't want to
stick
be
figure.
woken up all night if the light's going on and off.
Well, you turn off that, will you?
But I mean, for the case of this, I mean, there is apparently in the room a TV. I don't know. I might see, because I don't watch TV, but I wonder if I can get it on a channel that's just static. And
Yeah. If it's
I'll
analog.
ask them if they could, if they could show themselves on the TV in this static, if I can get it.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be something interesting to watch, unless it goes into like a bright, I'll probably have to adjust the settings on the actual video camera.
If there's RCA input to the TV, which hotels don't seem to have for some weird reason. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, what angry video game nerd, you know what's bullshit, which is where they have hotel TV, so they don't have the RCA input. But if you are lucky enough to have a hotel with RCA input, you can put your camera in there and do the loop, the video loop ITC, where you focus the camera on itself and it goes in the loop, and they show, not always, but it's been known it works quite well. But a lot of hotel chains, they don't have those RCAs for some weird reasons. It must be some weird factory that just makes hotel type TVs,
I'm not sure what. Let me see if I can have a look and see.
Obviously, a lot of hotel service pay for. So, if you want TV, you've got to pay for it. You're not allowed to bring your own games console, for instance, and plug it in the back because there's no RCAs on it, And you try find a TV without RCAs. Every TV has bloody RCAs. It must be some weird hotel-only factory that makes TVs for the hotel so they can charge you for all these services. And that's bull.
So this will be very interesting. I'll see if I can guess which room that will be. I'm going to guess.
Are you in the actual room where activities happen then?
Apparently, I requested, I want the room that's haunted.
I want the room.
And then they were like, oh, well, that's this room.
Excellent.
And I'll tell you the room on the night, of course. And
that's excellent, that is.
And then they said, oh my God, that's Friday the 13th. Are you sure you want to go in on that night? And I said, yeah, of course I do.
Hit the hype.
They said, are you going on your own? I said, well, probably more than likely. I said, I don't think my daughter will go, because she wants to. So yeah,
be me and my see-through guest. I have a see-through friend in me, maybe.
Yes, that should be interesting. So we'll see. Let me have a look if I can bring up. I think this might be. Let me have a look here. Oh, that's a very small photo. No, that's not it. I don't feel like that's it. This must be it.
What's
I'm just having a look for the photos at the moment, so.
Sort of, if there's any excitement or precipitation to.
All right, so let's have a look here.
2 weeks time. It's not. No, it's 2 weeks time. 2 weeks time. It's not next Friday. It's Friday after, isn't it?
Yeah. I know, it's gone so quickly, and it's hard to believe we are almost having Christmas around the corner. This is just crazy.
Don't talk to me about fucking Christmas. Oh God, I hate Christmas.
So
I hate it.
It really is. It's so commercialized.
Freaking hate it. I mean, my wife says to me, she goes, "There's one thing I really hate about you. You've killed my joy for Christmas. I loved Christmas when I met you, and you've made me soulless for Christmas. Cheers." Yeah, completely ruined it. But it comes around too quick. It should be like once every 3 years, and it means something. And I know as a kid, it takes forever.
It was an age thing. I really thought it was an age thing. I thought because I'm getting old, everything's going faster.
Yeah, I think that's true because they do say if you live to your like your 80s and 90s and you're on your deathbed, apparently it feels like you've only been alive for a couple of weeks as your life flashes before your end time. It doesn't feel like you've been alive that long. They proclaim. So,
Gosh.
weird.
Well, I sort of hope I don't.
Experience it.
Where am I? I've got to find this.
But it is Africa. I mean, it took how long? I think it's back to like 6 or 7. How long did it take to get to Christmas or your birthday? It just took forever, like, for whatever it is. But you know, this day when you're over your 20 to 25 plus, it just goes so quick. You're like, shit, it's Christmas again. I'm still paying off debt from last Christmas, you know. So
I know.
don't go get crazy in debt, people. Don't bother.
Well, the
There's no
best
point because
time
it's
to
coming
buy
on again so
presents,
quick.
if you can buy presents at the beginning of the year,
Yeah, that's what
tell them,
you should
you
do.
know,
Mm-hmm.
buy them at the beginning of the year, you get it cheaper because it's all hyped up for, you know, expense and everything like that. And then through the year, just sort of buy bits and pieces.
That's what you should
by
do.
Christmas,
Yeah.
you get lots of gifts under the tree.
Yeah.
And you buy yourself lots of nice things too.
Yeah.
You know, I buy myself, I am addicted to perfume. I must have 200, nearly 300 bottles of perfume. And I've got a refrigerator just for the perfume.
A refrigerator perfume?
So,
Wow,
yeah, because it stops it from going stale and it stops it from evaporating. And I noticed that my perfume appeared to be evaporating in the refrigerator.
Oh, wow.
Well, here's my daughter going out. And she goes to the refrigerator. I noticed this aroma filled around the refrigerator after she'd been near it. And I said, were you using my perfume? Oh, no, she doesn't use like a $30 perfume. She goes for the, you know, the Calvin Klein, or she goes for the Chanel No. 5 and stuff like that. All the expensive stuff, you know, and...
You're meant to only put like a tiny bit on as well, aren't you? Does she like douse herself in it, like, you know, take it all over? Like.
The best way to make perfume laugh, perfume laughs at me. The best way to make it last is you get some, what's it called? Cream, like hand cream or something, and you rub the hand cream on, or body cream. It doesn't have to be a fragrant one, and then you spray your perfume on top.
All right.
And that cream absorbs into your skin. It takes the perfume with it, so you've always got the perfume carried around with you. And the points for women where to put perfume is always in the elbow, behind the ear, on the collarbone, and behind the knees.
There you go. That's a tip. Wow.
And I remember my husband saying, why are you putting perfume behind your knees?
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange place, but yeah.
I said, in case I fall over and I happen to get my legs go up in the air, I don't want them to be.
That's what you call covering all eventualities, isn't it? Literally.
Something rude, but it's not. It's just these are the most. God, where did we go with this? I'll tell you what. When we have a live stream, it's anything goes. Anything. Yeah. So there we go. What's this? How to make?
Makes you wonder how TV does live, doesn't it? Proper TV does live.
Ooh wee. Oh, okay. It burns. What burns? Perfume burns.
Perfume in the eyes.
If you get in your eyes, yeah. So, yeah. So with perfume, that's how you make it last. And this has got absolutely no relevance to the topic of tonight, which never does.
Certainly not paranormal, is it?
We could use that as a commercial break. That was our commercial break.
Yep.
And now, do we have anyone in the chat room? What's that?
It said endorsed vape 88, as endorsed by order of magnitude for the
Oh,
lightest cigar.
are you vaping?
Yeah,
You're
yeah, there
vaping
you
now.
go. Trying to, yeah. So there you go.
Oh,
There's my commercial break. Vape 88. There you go, vape. You can deposit a
oh,
thing in my PayPal account anytime.
I used to smoke, and I'll never forget. It was like before one cigarette had finished, I'd be lighting another one,
Yeah,
and
that's one.
I feel so much better. I really do. I feel
Yeah, I
so
don't.
much better for not smoking. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't doubt that one little
Thank
bit.
you. I've just got told they are the correct places. Oh, and I forgot to put one more place. It's just above your belly button for perfume.
Yeah.
So
So
there
what
we
about a
go,
guy?
lady.
What's the guy put it? Does the guy just put it under his elbow or something? Or I don't know, and under his
Actually,
hairy
do you
underarm?
know that men should actually wear it around their rib? When they put
Okay.
on aftershave, they should also rub it below their breast line
Okay.
on their rib cage, and then
Right.
behind the back of their neck, because they give off a lot of heat from that area. That's a good
Okay.
place for men to wear like cologne and stuff like that. And then, of course, under there. So,
Yeah. I
you
was what
think about,
speaking of perfume, I was listening to a thing on Radio Bore in England, Radio 4, and they're talking about what perfumes are now these days. They don't have like flowery scents. They use things like vague BO smell or semen from a cow or all these
oh,
weird things, and it's only slight hints of, but apparently that's what you're meant to smell slightly body odored apparently as a man today. Slightly body odored, what do they mean by that? They mean just not bath for one day instead of two, or do they mean a whole week? Slightly
I
body
think
odored.
you're looking for an excuse, really.
Wow, it was on Radio Bore, so it must be true. And I thought, great, I'm doing everything right as a hunky man, apparently. But the guy, the interviewer said, he goes, why would I want to smell like that? And they said, well, it's the times we live in, People don't want to smell flowers anymore. They want that erotic smell. Erotic,
Oh,
B-O. Okay, then.
really? There used
Yep.
to be this. Yves Saint Laurent's used to
Mm,
have this men's cologne out, and it was called Skin. And
skin. I've heard
many,
this.
many moons ago, so some of the older people, my gen, would know
Yeah, I
it was
recognize,
actually in a
recognize the name.
maroon coloured box, and it
Yeah, I do
had.
recognize the name.
Do you remember that?
I do recognize the name. Yeah, yeah. I've got not a perfect memory of it,
But
but that does ring a
it
bell.
was
Skin.
called Skin, and it had a woody fragrance,
Hmm.
and it had like a musk, like a woody musk to it as a
Yeah.
base note.
Mm.
And oh my god, that was like that was the dupe of that era. I mean,
Okay.
dupe is beautiful. Dupe is a beautiful, sexy fragrance. I love dupe.
Yeah.
So
It's just the weird, the weird things they use. They literally using cows, their nuts, their bollocks, cows,
oh,
I've got correct scrotum, that's a word, in the ingredients and things like that. And it's like, wow, that's really strange, But they've been using it for years apparently, and all sorts of weird secretions from
well, they
weird
used to
animals.
use whale fat at
Mm-hmm.
one point, and that maintained like a lot of the remember the old Avon perfumes that were compressed in necklaces, and
Oh
they were
yeah.
like they looked
Yep.
like a lip gloss thing, and you'd rub it. It
Yep.
was like in a little I don't know, some kind of thing, some type of necklace, and that used to be made from whale fat,
Yeah.
and apparently there's certain animal fats that they do use that
Yeah.
maintain a stronger scent of perfume.
Hmm.
Um, but I try to go for ones that are, like floral or made
Flowery.
from moss, that type of
So you
stuff.
think perfume is, but no, apparently this is at some show as well, a perfume show. You go to these conventions where all the expensive brands are. I mean, I can't name any. I know Calvin Klein or whatever, and that's what they're going for now. These sort of musky body secretion smells ever so slightly, as opposed to couldn't you just not? I don't know, wash for half a day or something. I don't know. It's really bizarre. I don't know why you would want to smell like that personally, but I what do I know? But that's what the interview says. Why would I want to smell like that?
It's really not attractive. It's not attractive. And there used to be some women that like the smell of like oil. You know, when guys would be working on the car and they get that oil smell.
Yeah, Mrs. Maggs actually likes that. When I did engine transplants, she'd often like, yeah, in overalls, smells good. I mean,
well, to a degree, but I mean, if the guy is clean and they've had a nice wash,
I would have to be clean. Yeah, I did have to be clean. She couldn't any, gunk, but yeah, the transmission fluid or whatever it was, I don't know, a manly thing, that proper manly man, I don't know.
I think it was like the smell of work that we were attracted to.
maybe I'll be.
A guy that works is always, how can you resist?
Oh, do you remember Marlborough Man? Not so common in the UK, maybe Australia, I don't know, but certainly in America, Marlborough Man, with his cowboy hat and Marlborough, and he was just the life of being free.
I love the smell of a pipe. Men that smoke pipes. Oh my gosh, that is so lovely. My Dutch grandfather used to smoke a pipe, and just that smell that lingered through the home. It was so beautiful. But yeah, I mean, as long as the guy wears deodorant, I can't stand it when people don't wear deodorant. And see, people seem to, this is another thing too, and I'm going, it's like, where is this stopping, Karen? Where's that line? Where is that line? But when you wear deodorant, and this goes for everybody. Okay, I'm going to say it. Like, I think I need to educate people. When you put deodorant on, you don't only put it under your armpits.
Yeah.
You put it down there too.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I'm pretty safe then.
And I'm going to stop because I think I've just
demonetized.
Really lost a lot of audience.
Demonetized.
But people do need to know. You need to know this. I'm doing it for you. See what I'm doing for you. I'm helping people. I'm still helping people. I honestly, there are so many people that don't. They just don't. And I don't know whether you've ever sat in a public area and someone sits down and the woof of the smell.
Yeah.
Is this person possessed by something evil? It's. I feel like exercising them. I need a young priest and an old priest. Get somebody here for this person. I can't handle it. And there was a few people that actually had a reading with me. They came into the office. They sat down. I had my beautiful velvet chairs and everything. And as soon as they'd go, I'd be using the Pugon spray. I had to. And it was just really. And I said, "Oh my God!"
Just get the Febreze out after the Febreze. Definitely get the Febreze out.
Be gone. That honestly, that was the line. That line, I just crossed it right then.
Oh, well done, Karen. It's all good.
Who would ever thought that I would cross that line?
Yeah.
So, I going back to Friday the 13th, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope everyone else is. I hope that I haven't lost any people. Give it a thumbs up if you think I crossed that line tonight and just gave a little bit too much information. So I think I should just thumbs up my.
You probably expect this sort of thing on my channel, not so much yours. I don't know. That's okay. You can blame it on me anyway. Bad influences and things like that.
Talking about
blah blah
and stuff.
Bad influence.
You are a bad influence. Bad man. Bad man. So we are going back to the topic again. How many times? And there are so many things that you need to know. Body odor does not mean you are possessed. But then there are some people I would give an exception.
It certainly means you need a bath, though.
Yeah, you need to have a bath, and you really need to make use of, you know, remember that Palmolive Gold ad? Do you remember the song lyrics?
Palmolive.
Wait to be told you need Palmolive Gold. Remember that?
No, I don't think I heard that one in the UK. That'd be an Australian one then. I don't think I heard that one here.
You know, if you ever get given soap as a gift, take it as a hint.
Yeah, right.
I've actually, I mean, no offense, but I actually gave this lady that worked with us this soap and deodorant pack, and we all like put in to this because, oh my God, she was on the nose. And she was like, oh, this is so lovely, thank you. And we're thinking, is she going to use it? We really want this woman to use this stuff, you know. I said maybe we should have put in directions. But no, I couldn't. I know, this is where we've gone from. This is a really like all-inclusive channel. This is giving you education on, you know, possession type of smells, things that you can do to get rid of smells. And
it's an iPad. Yeah, it's an iPad. You don't need to burn any, you know, furniture or anything like that.
You're learning so much. So much, so educational. And so when what topics, let's ask some of our chat people, what topics would you like us to discuss next week?
Yeah, it's a week before the Friday the 13th. So there's a build up too.
What would you like to discuss? Because I actually have a book here, and I think I might have shown you all. It's the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
Oh, wow. That sounds good.
And this has got some, and some of the stuff in here is a little small print for me. I think I need glasses now. But it is quite interesting. Some of the, I mean, you've got the between prayers, which is said to be part of the Tibetan culture of praying for those that are crossing over to the unborn. We have two, where is this? So this one, because I'm only like up to the front still, but they've got things in here like the triple body mentor.
Sounds complicated.
Very, very in depth. I do like to read some things, but at the same time, even with everybody, I do think it's important that if you're going to read something, you don't take everything as gospel, because there's a lot of man-made things that are always included. The best thing to do is ask spirit yourself what they think of it. So if you rely on a spirit box as an example, then use the spirit box and, you know, ask, what do you think of that? What do you think of this particular thing? And so I think I told you last week, or the week before, we were waiting on this to arrive.
What's that?
The Andy's box.
Yes.
And it's arrived, and they've included a battery at the back. So it's put a battery at the back here.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's right. Very briefly, and I opened it to show the insides of it. So
Oh yeah.
I might even take this, or I will take. I
Yeah, you
might
should.
take this,
Just take your
but I
entire
really
arsenal. That's what I do. I take the entire
sorry.
arsenal. That's what I take the entire arsenal. That's what I would do. Not
Oh,
arsehole, arsenal. The entire arsenal. You know, your whole
okay.
everything, bar the K2, unless you're doing K2 off airplane mode, whatever. But I would take everything. Just
Right.
not a kitchen sink.
Well, see, I would take the K2 only that with other rooms nearby, they might have their
Yeah,
mobiles. So I don't want
yeah,
to
yeah. Mm.
take any risk on that. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
what was this? Albert subbed to you ages ago, just realised not hit the bell, but have now.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't get notifications when I do a live stream these days. I've no idea why. So make sure your bells are clicked if you want the notification. It's maybe you don't want the notification, but yeah, a lot of people say, "Hey, I got no notification at your live stream. Damn, I missed it." Well, I'm always on usually Saturdays, and we're always on at this time, obviously. But yeah, check your bell because I think YouTube takes them off for whatever reason, glitchy or on purpose. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, see, I actually put this up about 6 p.m. tonight, which
Mm,
was about 2 hours before the live stream, and
okay.
did a few things around the home before coming on here.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but sometimes I will put up, like in advance, like this one for October. I've had that up for,
Yeah.
quite some time. And
Yeah.
I'm just so excited about this, really excited. And I
Oh
think, I
yeah.
mean, I don't normally get an opportunity to go anywhere, to be honest with you. It's because I'm always working or,
Yeah.
having
Hmm.
family around, that type of thing. And this is oh God, my dog's going to fret.
Hmm.
Yeah, he frets.
Mm.
He just goes into this complete meltdown. And if someone comes to the door, he will actually talk to me. It's like, that's how
Jack.
he talks. It's because
That's
of
that's Jack.
someone coming to the door. He thinks they're going to kill me.
Yeah, Jack's exactly the same. My dad's got Jack now, but he's the same. He puts something in his mouth to talk. Oh, what you got there, Jack? Oh yeah, who's a good boy? Yeah.
Oh, how cute. Yeah, he's so sweet. He's so lonely too since the other dog died. So,
Mm.
and he's a mummy's boy. And if I say I'm going to go in the CAR, his
Yeah.
his ears go pricking up and he's
He's
ready to go.
see
He's
if you say walkies and dinner, but hate baths, not
mm,
baths. So we say things like dinner and a walkies in a bath. That would. Walkies in the dinner bath and a dinner walkies. It's driving me nuts, Brilliant.
well, that flea
Walkies
spray
in the bath.
that you put on dogs. I think it's what's it called?
Spot on or
I
whatever,
can't
or
remember the
yeah.
name of it. Well, if
Nice.
he's got a bit of an itch, I'll say to him, "Do you want the flea stuff?" So
Mm-hmm.
he actually sits up and lets me
Mm.
spray him. And then he
Yeah.
goes like this mental dance, he's sort of like he darts around the place and gets all excited because he's got this flea stuff on him. But
Yeah.
he used to freak out. And every time I'd say to him, "You want to have a bath?" He'd
Yeah.
suddenly need to go outside.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really need
Definitely
to go
takes
over
that.
here.
Thinks
But
he's
he's good. He's a
murder.
good dog.
Thinks you're trying to murder him if you put him in the bath. Like the noise he makes and the howling and the fighting he's got to do to bath Jack is unbelievable. God,
It took
murder.
my dog 2 years at least to work up the courage to come near me. He would
Hmm.
not come near me. And I think it's because he saw Chris and that around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just
The dogs do.
he wouldn't approach me. No.
Yeah.
And at
What
one
about
point there,
that cemetery session I did with Jack, Jack could clearly see something because he was adamant, like looking. He wouldn't come. He's usually really obedient as well. You don't need a lead with him. He'll walk like next to you. But yeah, he was adamant. He was staring at something, and I couldn't get him to come away from it. On that cemetery session. So dogs do tend to see things that we can't do easily. Yeah.
Oh, they're very alert. They are. And what have we got here? Kevin Morris says our dog is the same. He can spell. We try to talk about going to the shops in code, and he gets excited.
Jack's too dumb. He doesn't get it. You have to say WALK, and he won't flinch. He's an idiot, Jack. Proper dumb dog, and he's got no sense of smell either. Like most dogs have a sense of smell, like can pick up things. Jack has no sense of smell. He's utterly useless. Yeah, very. He's nice and loyal on that. He's getting on a bit now. He must be like 9 years old now. I noticed a bit of arthritis in him when we lift him or whatever. But he still can't stand the rain. If it's raining, he won't walk.
There's you can actually use some arthritis creams on dogs. I used to use this Arthrees, it was called, on our pug.
My dad won't use it unless he's vegetarian, but yeah.
Vegetarian? Did I
yeah, my dad
something?
My dad feeds him meat. My dad's a vegetarian. He won't use any product, unless he has to, if it's got animal gelatin or anything like that. So if it's like a cream, whatever, it's got to have not anything animal based in it, basically. Not a vegan, a vegetarian, but that's how I was brought up as a vegetarian for so long because of my dad.
There's nothing wrong with being a vegetarian, but you do need some iron in your diet.
That's how my mum went through. She became anemic because she was a vegetarian, but didn't like vegetables, So that was really. She didn't drink, smoke. She wasn't eating very well, and that's what they reckon may have been the trigger for all of it. So she became anemic. Went on iron tablets and all that malarkey, but and had a stroke, and rest is history, innit? One of those things. Yeah.
Goodness. So yes, dogs are very attuned to spirits, and it took him 2 years. And I remember my other half saying to me, "Why don't you just take him back to the pound?" And I rescued him, and I said, "No, I'm not going to do that. He'll come around when he's ready." And he said, yeah, but you bought this dog. He costs a lot of money. You saved him, and he won't even come near you. I said, but there's a reason. It's because he sees what's around. He's got to get used to that. So, no, now he's inseparable. And he's so cute because he'll look at you with these loving eyes. He'll just stare at you. And then I wink at him, and he comes running over, and he puts his head down and lets me pat him on the head and everything. He's so cute. Spoiled rotten.
Oh, yeah.
So, so have we got any idea of what topic we are going to talk about next week?
Yeah, because I'm going to have to go in a minute, so let us have an idea before I can go, so I can sort of do a bit of research, maybe, I don't know. For once, be prepared.
Be a first.
Yeah, I know, innit?
I know. Okay, anybody, what would you like to talk about next week? Everyone's saying hi to each other. We've got to go soon, folk. So if you can give us an idea or write it down below the comments what you would like to talk about.
The comments later on.
What the topic should be. Should we talk about Slender Man?
Oh, fuck.
Should we talk about
Really? We really got exhausted.
What are some of these other myths out there?
Oh, God.
Should we try to contact Slender Man?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
I don't know. There are kernels in truth on a lot of them, but certainly not Slender Man.
Maybe we should try to contact Bloody Mary.
Why not? You're only going to get some spirit going, yeah, I'm Bloody Mary. Yeah.
I have to laugh at some of those ones that they're saying something's happening.
Yeah.
Honestly. Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's Bloody Mary.
If you've got a DR60 recorder, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Definitely. So, do spirits have a gender, or are they gender? No, they do have a gender.
Probably have an agenda.
Well, Chris is very manly, and I don't think he doesn't have a gender.
Then again, I'd imagine if you passed away as either trans, I mean, the new thing is non-binary. You know, I'm not a male or a female. I'm an alien or whatever. You know, this is the latest craze. But if someone does die like that, they may well identify as that in spirit, I'd imagine, and carry the facade on. But they're still going to be what they are when, you know, they are going to be what they are, aren't they? Whatever their assets are is what their assets are, you know?
Exactly, unless they remove them somehow.
Yeah.
But
there'll be a question.
Yeah.
Can spirit portray itself as young or old or what it wants to look like? They say it's like 30 years old on average, isn't it? They tend to, for some reason.
But with that said, the ones I have found don't state they're either male or female are usually the arsehole spirits.
Yeah, because they want to be demonic and weird, I suppose.
Yeah. So they will be of both sexes, so to speak. They will they won't
conundrum.
If you say, are you male, you won't get an answer. If you say, are you female, you won't get an answer, because they are, in their opinion, a combination. One thing that I find with guides is that, like, sometimes with Suella, when she has appeared, she's had one face here and one face there, and only one will talk, though.
Those are ethereal beings that half of them have never even been on this planet in the first place anyway, have they? They're in a different realm, almost like a different dimension almost, aren't they? You know, they're thousands of years old.
The things that she talks about are really, it's like she's not, how can I put it? It's just trying to explain it in layman's terms. When she says a few things, because I'll say, what can I provide, you know, what message do we give to the page, or do you have anything to provide, or any information? And it's like she's talking as like a third person, not as herself talking. And it's hard to explain, but it is like that. It's like she's talking on behalf of others, but she's also including herself as one of them, if that makes sense. So
these are massive.
I ask her about that. I didn't even think about it. But
it's a tricky one of feelings, because they're so vast, and they were worshipped thousands of years ago before Christianity, even some of them, you know. So we're talking about very bizarre spirits that have they're really, really old, you know. And the Egyptians, for instance.
It's drawing to that time where we must say goodbye.
Yeah.
And thank you to everybody who joined the live chat tonight. Nice of you all to catch up with us and be a part of the channel as always. Don't forget, make sure you diarize it that from this time, or from 8 p.m. Sydney time on, I will be doing the live stream with Riley. And then after the live stream, I will be doing the live stream from the haunted hotel room. So that will be really interesting.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
Probably share with you what I feel there, but what comes through might be, I don't know. I'm curious and excited at the same time, because this is something, as I said, I've never been to this place. I've never been there in my life.
can't guarantee, can't predict, but just be there for the journey. And you know, when something does happen, you know it's what it is. You know, it's amazing. It's the best bit. That's the whole point of the.
Exactly. And the good thing is, once it's all over, because I've got to try and work out how I can do it, how I can like have probably the chat room visible so that if anyone sees something, they can make a comment, and it's also recorded as well. And then have it so that I've got the connect going, and then of course if there's anything that steps in front of the connect, do a bit of a, I guess, ask it if it can stand in certain areas of the room. That would be my number one. Saying, look, I don't want you standing up against this as an object or something, but I would prefer so that you can identify with others that you are really here. I'd like you to stand here. Or, you know, approach this area, so that way people can see you. So I'm going to also write out a few things. So I know now with Spirit that they read okay my printed handwriting, but running writing, I don't know, I must write like a doctor. So I'm going to write down a few things asking if this would be okay, and I will put it down in the room in case I fall asleep. So,
yeah. Capture.
Yeah.
All right, so
this could be exciting. So I really do hope that, you know, something happens, it's all captured, and then we can all review it later.
Cool. All right,
so
fellas,
I'm going to be a long one. All right, take care. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's good that you're much better, and I send my healing to your lovely wife and everyone in the live chat. If you're not feeling well, I hope you get better.
Yeah. Don't forget, just blame Australia. It's all Australia's fault. That's all it is. So
yeah,
we'll pass.
It's the males from Australia. It's not the females. It's the men.
Yeah. Fuck it. Blame Naked Zombie. It's all their fault. I'll do.
Naked Zombie. They're the ones to blame. I guarantee they're the ones who like sent the germs over.
God damn you, Brad. It's your fault, Brad.
All right, then. Well, thank you for tonight, and I hope everyone enjoyed our over-the-top live stream, which went past that line.
Next week, where will we go? Who knows?
Exactly. There might be another line that we will cross. It's like I'm getting gamer and gamer with every live stream. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's a bad influence. I'm a really bad influence. And with that, I'm out of here.
I was normal, goddamn it. Now I'm not.
No one's normal when you talk to me.
All right. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you all next week. Bye. Well, it went off quick. I'm going now. Bye. How do I hang up? How do I get out of this? There we go.